Welcome to the Carthage College Commencement Ceremony. To ensure that everyone may enjoy the proceedings without distraction, we request at this time that you silence phones, cameras, watches, and other electronic devices that may produce sound. We are extremely grateful to the families and friends who have become part of the Carthage community while supporting their students, and we join you in celebrating their academic achievements today.
Thank you to Professor Jim Ripley and our fabulous wind ensemble. Now I invite everyone to please be seated so that we may welcome our honored guests of the day, the Carthage class of 2015. You ready? All right, here we go. Welcome to the commencement of the Carthage College class of 2015. Friends and families of the graduates have come from many directions, some from great distances to be here today. We extend to each of you our special gratitude for your presence and for sharing these graduates with us during their time here at Carthage. We also welcome our graduates' family members and friends who are watching this ceremony live from their homes around the world. We are so glad you are able to join us in this way. What a fabulous day. I'm going to ask you all to do one thing with me. Just take a deep breath or two, will you? So you can let this moment sink in. Just go ahead, take a few deep breaths. Just relax and let it out. You okay? All right, here we go. We're going to begin with the Carthage alma mater, led by Lizzie Columbaris. Ray Perry and Katie Schwab are members of the graduating class. The alma mater will be followed by the national anthem, led by the Crimson Quintet. Mike Anderley, Nick Huff, John Krill, Jack Lambert, and Fletcher Paulson, also members of the class of 2015. Please remain standing after the alma mater for the invocation to be given by John Augustine, another member of our class of 2015. So we're all up, alma mater, national anthem, invocation.
Carthage, school of storied fame, thy glory we would sing. Thy sons and daughters near and far to thee their homage bring. We see thee stand mid stately oaks, where gulls sweep through the air. We watch the waves of Michigan caress thy campus fair. Our days within thy hallowed halls, alas, too soon shall fly. But we shall ever cherish thee with love that will not die.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this monumental celebration. We thank you for Carthage and for all that you've blessed us with it. We thank you for the administration, all the faculty, and all the staff, for all the support that they give all of us that are graduating. We pray for all of us here in whatever future endeavors we may undertake, and we pray blessings over everyone here, and we pray that we'll always remember the ways that this institution has blessed us and all the people that have done so as well. Amen.
Well, sit down, relax. We're going to be here a while. So a traditional story tells of a small band of refugees from the city of Tyre that sailed across the Mediterranean in the 9th century before Christ. And they founded a small settlement called Newtown. Their descendants built the city into a leading commercial center of the ancient world. Over the centuries, the Phoenician name Newtown has evolved into English as Carthage. The college owes its name to those industrious refugees. In the spirit of their commitment to a newfound city, the college has created the Carthage Newtown Award, an honor that recognizes outstanding civic leadership in the building of better communities. The award reinforces the college's history and its sense of community with its neighbors in southeastern Wisconsin. I'd now like Dr. Brian Albrecht to please join me at the podium. We're joined by the chairman of our board, David A. Straz, Jr. Brian Albrecht serves as president and chief executive officer of Gateway Technical College, which is located regionally in southeastern Wisconsin and serves approximately 25,000 students annually. Gateway is known for building strong partnerships with the business community and establishing a culture of innovation. Under Mr. Albrecht's leadership, Gateway has expanded programs and services, built a national industry training network, and enhanced the talent pipeline from high school through postgraduate level studies. As president since 2006, Mr. Albrecht oversees the college's 65 academic programs, 15 educational facilities, and comprehensive $160 million budget, as well as a progressive $4 million college foundation. He supports a comprehensive and vision-driven college by increasing student support, contemporary programming, positive community partnerships, and innovative classrooms and facilities that reflect the business and the industry. Guiding this vision is a team of more than 600 education professionals and 400 industry advisory committee partners. Mr. Albrecht represents the college on more than 50 local, state, and national boards. Those include the Southeastern Wisconsin Workforce Development Board, the National Manufacturing Institute's Advisory Board, the National Occupational Competency Testing Institute Board, the National STEM Academy Advisory Board, and the National Center for Occupational Research and Development Board. Ryan has given up sleep. He earned his bachelor's, master's, and education specialist degrees from the University of Wisconsin Stout and a Doctor of Education from the University of Minnesota. Brian's impressive career has brought together two values important to us at Carthage: sustaining a rich tradition of teaching and mentoring students, and supporting our neighbors in the larger community. It is truly a special honor for me to be able to recognize my friend, great colleague, and mentor, Brian Albrecht, for his incredible, overarching, broad-based positive presence and effect in Kenosha County and in our city. Brian, for your service to the community and for your dedication to improving the lives of students of all ages in our region and beyond, it is an honor to present to you the Carthage Newtown Award.
I would please, so this is about the time I should take those two extra deep breaths, I think. I want to first of all thank President Woodward and David for their continued support and leadership for your institution. Carthage is a remarkable and valuable resource for our community, as you know, graduates. And I'm very humbled and honored to be receiving this award this evening. It makes me feel more a part of the Carthage community than I could ever express. And to our graduates this evening, may the light of the torch that is now Carthage that you carry shine brightly as a beacon in the communities in which you will live, work, and serve. Thank you so much.
So before we move on to the presentation of our prestigious Flame Award, I would like to take a moment to thank the Carthage College Board of Trustees. Our trustees support the college in tremendous ways, giving of their time, talents, and resources. Carthage, as we know it today, is built upon their commitment, leadership, and generosity, and the Carthage students of tomorrow will continue to benefit from their guidance and dedication to this great place. Can we give them a round of applause? Now I would like to formally introduce you to our chairman of the board, Ambassador David A. Straz, Jr. Ambassador Straz is an extraordinarily successful banking entrepreneur, an internationally respected philanthropist, and an envoy of understanding in Central America, Africa, and the United States. He currently serves as Ambassador at Large and Honorary Consul General for Liberia and Honorary Consul General for the Republic of Honduras. An experienced leader, Ambassador Straz serves on the board of the Tampa General Hospital and previously served as chairman of the board at Marquette University, the University of Tampa, and the Lowry Park Zoo Foundation. He is also a director trustee of the Metropolitan Opera in New York City. Ambassador Straz and his wife Catherine have earned widespread respect and appreciation for their philanthropy, specifically in support of institutions of higher education and the visual and performing arts. Carthage has prospered through their active guidance and generosity since 1994. In 2007, they were honored with the 19th Carthage Flame Award. David, your dedication to Carthage is extraordinary, and we thank you for your leadership. Please join me in welcoming Carthage's chairman of the board, Ambassador David Straz.
Thank you, Greg. It is my honor and privilege to serve Carthage. I look forward to our continued partnership and to witnessing the graduation and success of many Carthaginians in the years ahead. President Woodward, honored guests, the trustees of the college salute Bill Apt as the recipient of the 26th Carthage Flame. Bill? The highest award bestowed by the college, the Flame honors outstanding service to the college and community. Carrying 25 years of experience in the brewing industry, Mr. Apt came to the college in January 2000. As Carthage's Senior Vice President for Administration and Business, he has managed Carthage's historical financial, investment, and operational growth for the past 15 years. I was here when he came, too. In that role, he has overseen investment returns that have boosted the endowment by 200% since the low point of the recession in 2009. Under his leadership, Carthage's financial strength has grown continuously. The college has raised the operating budget by 130%, while investing $180 million in campus development. In addition to guiding the investment strategy, Mr. Apt serves as Chief Financial Officer and Treasurer of the college. He oversees human resources, facilities and construction management, food service, conference services, the campus bookstore, business office services, library and informational services, and athletics. Quite a job description. Beyond the campus boundaries, he's chairman of the board of the Group Life Accident and Health Insurance Fund, which provides health care and benefits to more than 12,000 college and university employees across the nation. He also serves on the board of the Kenosha Area Business Alliance. Mr. Apt holds a Master of Business Administration from Temple University and a Bachelor of Science in Economics from Drexel University. After a 40-year career in management, Mr. Apt will retire on June 30, 2015, to spend more time with his wife, Julie, who's at his right, their 2 daughters, and 4 grandchildren. Strong supporters of the arts, they look forward to dedicating additional time to social and community initiatives. This was supposed to be a surprise to Bill, but and I was going to ask Julie to join us on the stage, but I must admit I got worried last night at a dinner we had for Bill, and I didn't want to have Julie have a heart attack here in the office when I called on her, so I kind of spilled the beans a little bit. So Julie, we're happy to have you join us here. And you're deserving of a sincere thank you for your help with Bill and the college. At the request of President Gregory S. Woodward and the Board of Trustees, Mr. Apt has agreed to continue as the college's Chief Investment Officer, and we're grateful for his continued service to Carthage. Today we celebrate the remarkable transformation of Carthage College, made possible by Mr. Apt's dedication to a strong and vibrant college. It's my honor to present on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the administration the 26th Carthage Flame to Bill Apt.
And we have a special flame for Julie as well. I can't resist one story. I hadn't known Bill very long, but I knew that he was our CFO, and he was exceptionally talented and very straight about his business. He was an accountant and an economist, and seemed to me to be a kind of an accountant, economist kind of guy. And then one day he came into work, and he had no voice. I said, "Bill, are you ill?" And he looked at the rest of the officers in the room, and he said, "Last night, Coldplay concert." Everything changed from that moment on. I'm thrilled to introduce our 2015 commencement speaker. Broadcast journalist Laura Ling has reported from dozens of countries on critical issues such as slave labor in the Amazon, Mexico's drug war, internet censorship in China, and women's rights in Turkey. Her work has earned both an Emmy and a National Edward R. Murrow Award. Today, she is the Director of Development for Discovery Digital Networks, overseeing the creation of online video programming for Discovery's range of websites. Previously, Ms. Ling was the host and reporter on the documentary series E! Investigates, and Vice President of Current TV's Journalism Department, where she created the weekly investigative series Vanguard. In March of 2009, North Korean soldiers detained Ms. Ling along the country's border with China as she reported on the trafficking of North Korean women. She and her colleague were convicted in a secret trial and sentenced to 12 years of hard labor. They spent 140 days in captivity before former President Bill Clinton intervened and helped to secure pardons for them. Since returning to the United States, Ms. Ling has sought to shine a light on both the trafficking of women and the plight of imprisoned journalists around the world. She co-wrote Somewhere Inside, One Sister's Captivity in North Korea and the Other's Fight to Bring Her Home, with her sister Lisa, host of This Is Life with Lisa Ling on CNN. In 1998, Ms. Ling earned a bachelor's degree in communication studies from the University of California at Los Angeles. I've been able to spend a few moments with her this afternoon. A lovely, wonderful person, warm and brilliant. Just had her second child 18 months ago. Let's give a big welcome to our 2015 commencement speaker, Laura Ling.
Good afternoon. Hi, can y'all hear me? Good afternoon. Thank you for that kind introduction. President Woodward, Board of Trustees, esteemed members of the faculty, proud parents and relatives, friends, and most importantly, extraordinary class of 2015. Thank you for inviting me to speak here with you all today and to share in this special occasion. It is a true honor. Today is a day of celebration. Graduates, you have reached an incredible milestone. You should all be extremely proud of what you have accomplished during these years at Carthage. The discoveries you've made, the heritage courses you've survived, the friendships built, the herds of wild geese that you have had to dodge, parking spots gained and lost, nights at summer house survived. Those challenges overcome, tens of thousands of your parents' hard-earned dollars spent, have helped prepare you for what will undoubtedly be an incredible new journey in your lives. Well, I'm not so sure about those summer house nights, but at any rate, congratulations. As I look out amongst you all, I can't help but think back to my own college graduation from the University of California, Los Angeles, and the mixed emotions that were swirling around in my head. Excitement, relief, anticipation, utter fear. I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. I did know, however, that I wanted to see more of the world and develop a deeper understanding of it. See, I grew up in a very all-American, cookie-cutter, non-diverse community in Northern California. There weren't many other kids in my neighborhood that looked like my sister Lisa and me. I would say in our high school of 2,000 students, there were 6 or so Asians, 2 of whom came from the same family, ours. And I just felt uncomfortable and different in my own skin. And then for college, I landed at UCLA, also known as the University of Caucasians Lost Amongst Asians. and this whole world of diversity opened up to me, and it was really exhilarating. I met fellow students from all walks of life, and they all had such fascinating stories. My 3 closest friends during my freshman year in college were a young gay man who hadn't yet come out to his family, a conservative, deeply religious conservative Christian girl, and a young Latino man who was the first in his family to go to college. And I think being exposed to so much diversity was one of the reasons why I became so passionate about reporting and wanting to travel the world. I wanted to continue to immerse myself in these different cultures and situations and to share those experiences with others. During one of my first jobs in TV journalism, I was working as a researcher, and for one assignment, I was invited along on the shoot, and the producer handed me this medium-sized, boxy camcorder and told me to just experiment and get some shots. That's what we called them back in the day, camcorders. It was when consumer handheld video cameras were starting to become more accessible, but weren't nearly as ubiquitous as they are today. And I had no idea how to work the thing, but I studied the manual carefully, and I did my best. And although I'm sure 99% of the footage that I shot was probably unusable, a couple shots did make it into the piece, and I remember how proud I was. Looking back on it, it was such a small thing, but it meant something to me. And more than that video itself, what was especially significant and memorable was that the producer had given me a chance. He believed in me, and he eventually became a mentor of mine. As you go out and begin your careers, learn from those around you. Seek out and embrace the guidance and wisdom that others have to offer. Be a sponge for new approaches and ideas. And as you grow in your careers, pass that knowledge along. Give someone else a chance. You will not regret it, and in fact, that person may end up giving you your next job. Over the past 16 years, I have had the opportunity to work as a journalist, traveling the world, and along the way, I have met and interviewed people that have moved and inspired me and have shaped my worldview. From women in the Middle East speaking out for greater rights, to Burmese pro-democracy leader Aung San Suu Kyi, who spent 15 years of her life under house arrest because she stood up to that country's military dictatorship, to U.S. servicemen and women who have fought to preserve our liberties, but some of whom are now suffering from traumatic brain injuries and post-traumatic stress disorder, many of them forgotten by society. I never truly understood what a luxury our freedom is until I went out into the world and met these people who had risked their lives for greater freedom, and until I lost my own. Their stories have taught me about courage in the face of adversity and about the value of freedom that many of us too often take for granted. In March of 2009, I was in northeastern China meeting another group of people that have faced incredible odds. These are women who have fled their homeland in North Korea and that country's totalitarian regime, where hunger is widespread, where even the most basic rights is being denied. But rather than finding freedom across the border in China, many of them find themselves caught up in a different kind of desperation. North Korean women are sold into violent marriages to Chinese men. Others are lured into the prostitution industry. On the morning of March 17th, my team and I were filming along the frozen Tumen River that separates China and North Korea. That's when my colleague and I were chased down by North Korean soldiers, apprehended, beaten. I was eventually knocked unconscious, and we were dragged across the frozen ice into North Korea. I didn't know if I would see my family again or survive until the next day. I felt like I was living this out-of-body experience. I had lost complete control of my life in a matter of seconds. Life had thrown me a curveball, and man, was it a fast one. The next 5 months would be the most challenging, frightening time of my life. I did not think that I was going to be able to survive a week in captivity. My mind was only focused on those negative outcomes, that I wouldn't see my family again, that I would spend the rest of my life in that country. And for many days in the beginning, I just sat around depressed, just waiting for something to happen. After all, I was isolated in what is perhaps the most isolated country in the world. What was there to do? But then I began to focus on the people that I'd met throughout my career, people who have endured and overcome unimaginable hardships and odds. And I realized that if I was going to get out of that situation, I was going to have to help make it happen. And so that dark period became the biggest test of my strength. I meditated and exercised every chance that I could to keep my energy up and my spirits up. I strategized and strategized. I knew I couldn't just sit around and wait for somebody else to decide my fate. I tried to engage my captors every chance I could to try to find out what was necessary to get us home. In the most trying of situations, even when you may feel helpless, ask yourself, have I exhausted every possibility? Have I tried every option? It is often these unforeseen circumstances, life's many detours, that teach us the greatest lessons about ourselves, that allow us to discover strengths we never knew existed, that force us to lead and take charge of our lives. While my experience in North Korea was filled with terrifying moments, I'd like to take a moment and share with you all some of the glimmers of humanity that I also experienced. One day, one of my guards had gone home to visit with her family, and when she returned, I asked if she had a nice time seeing them. And she looked down a little bit forlorn, and she said, "I did. But I felt badly that I could see my family when you've been separated from yours for so long." Another guard, after learning that I'd just been sentenced to 12 years hard labor, seemed genuinely shocked and saddened for me. I was huddled up in a ball, crying uncontrollably in a corner of the room, and she came up to me and she said something that I'll never forget. "Laura," she said, "always have hope. These are young women who were cold and mean and intimidating to me when I first met them. They looked at me as their enemy. And I looked at them as perfect models of then North Korean leader Kim Jong-il's mass propaganda machine because they were always quick to spew anti-US rhetoric, and they spoke about their leader as if he were this otherworldly, godlike figure. But I mention these moments because I do think that they're a testament to what can happen when people from enemy nations or opposite ends of a spectrum get a chance to interact and communicate. Our perceptions of one another can grow and widen. If we only take that chance to engage with those we consider different, we might find out how much we actually have in common. A lot of people ask me, why was it Bill Clinton? Why was it President Clinton that was needed as the person to serve as the envoy for our release? And the simple answer to that is that North Korean leader Kim Jong-il had just always wanted to meet him. And that's that. And there's actually some truth to that. However, it may have had to do with something that happened many years prior. So while I was on the plane ride home with President Clinton, he told me that when he met with North Korean leader Kim Jong-il, Kim told Clinton that when Kim's father, Kim Il-sung, passed away in 1994, President Clinton was the first leader to call Kim to offer his condolences, even before Kim's own allies. Kim told Clinton that he always remembered that gesture of respect and had wanted to meet him ever since. I just think it's wild that one possible reason for our release from North Korea can be traced back to that simple phone call that happened so long ago. And it's a reminder that the things we do today have ripple effects that will impact our lives and others in ways we could never have imagined. While I was in captivity in North Korea, I had a lot of time to reflect on my life. There were many times when I asked myself, was my life well spent? My career in journalism has at times been grueling and risky, but I did feel fulfilled that I had tried hard to shine light on issues that need the world's attention. I felt glad that I had followed my passion. I hope that you all will pursue yours. Whether it's writing, engineering, beekeeping, calligraphy, or coding, reach far. Chase your dreams with all of your might. And work your butt off, because this is your time. It may not be easy. In fact, it probably will be extremely hard. Failure will most certainly rear its head at some point, but don't be afraid of it. Learn and grow from those mistakes, because that is also part of your journey. Not a day goes by when I don't think about something that happened during my experience in North Korea A wound on my head is a constant reminder of the day I thought I might die. But it's also a reminder of what matters in life. It is because of that challenging time that I have greater perspective today. While in captivity and reflecting on my life, I also had plenty of regrets. One of them was not spending enough time with my family, not telling my parents often enough how much I love and appreciate them. We all live these very busy, stressful lives, but one day we will wish we had more time with the people we love. Please, after this ceremony, hug your parents tighter, kiss your grandmother. Thank those who have worked so hard and have sacrificed so much for you to be here today. During my time in North Korea, I was fortunate to receive letters every now and again, and it meant so much to me to hear from dear college friends, some of whom I'd lost contact with over the years. And I regretted the fact that it took getting held captive in North Korea to reconnect with some of the people that are most important to me. Many of the friends you have made during these college years will be your friends for life. They will be there to support you when you need it most. I urge you to preserve the bonds you have made here. One thing I did to get through every day of my captivity was to practice the act of gratitude, and this became a kind of ritual for me. And so before I went to sleep, I would sit cross-legged and think about the little things that happened in that day that I actually felt grateful for, despite the bleak situation I was in. And so, for example, I'd say, I feel lucky I saw a butterfly outside my window, even though I can't breathe the fresh air. Or I feel fortunate I got 3 meals today, even though the portions were meager, because they were probably more than what the average North Korean was getting. Or I feel lucky that my interrogator didn't threaten or berate me today. He was actually kind. Expressing gratitude for those small things allowed me to get through to the next day, and it's actually something that I continue to do to this day. And so before I go to sleep this evening, I will give thanks for being able to spend this very memorable day with all of you. I find that practicing this ritual of gratitude brings a sense of not only peace, but of purpose, because I can't help but think about how incredibly lucky I am to be home and to be free. And so I can only look at each new day as this precious little treasure. I want to do things that have meaning. I want to make my children proud. Every one of you here has the ability to make a positive difference in your communities and in our society. As President Clinton demonstrated in that phone call to Kim Jong-il, even the smallest action can have a huge impact. It can change lives. It can save lives. Success can be measured in numerous ways. I believe that service to others is the greatest determinant. And using that as a guide, I hope that all of you are rich with success. When I was graduating from college, eagerly anticipating my future, my generation had never known a major war. It was a time of peace and prosperity. You all have spent much of your lives with our country embroiled in conflicts overseas. Today, the word terrorism is as common as the word tweet. While technology has brought the world closer together, in many ways we are more fractionalized than we've ever been, both within our country and beyond our borders. Ethnic, racial, and religious tensions divide us. In the U.S., women face a pay gap in nearly every occupation. Inequality between America's rich and poor is at a 30-year high, and this disparity continues to grow around the world. We are living in a world where the need to build bridges, to create a common humanity, to foster a greater appreciation for what makes us different and unique has never been greater, and the means of communication have never been more powerful. When I was a student, some of us were still using the term information superhighway to describe the internet. Email was a relatively new thing. And I'm not even that old. I think I'm actually pretty young. I'm dating myself here. I could never have imagined that access to almost any kind of information would be at our fingertips, that revolutions for peace would one day be spawned by social networks, that a hashtag could inspire masses. This is an unprecedented time of innovation, leadership, creativity, and unparalleled possibility. You may have no clue what you want to do with your future, but this is the time to become a part of something bigger, to seek out what's important and fulfilling, to do something that has meaning and impact. And the tools to make this happen are within your reach. I'd like to share with you all a verse from a poem that I recited nearly every day of my captivity. Some of you here may be familiar with it. It's from Dr. Maya Angelou's Caged Bird. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. Members of the graduating class of 2015, as you walk off this stage today and leave these safe, idyllic grounds, you will be inheriting a rapidly changing world, one that is full of promise and opportunity, but one that can also be flawed and unfair. There may be times when you feel like caged birds, trapped, confused, alone. But freedom burns inside of us. I urge you all to use your voices, believe in yourselves, and never give up. Always remember, our unalienable right, our freedom, is a non-existent concept for others. Some risk their lives to experience the liberties we enjoy. Others will never know what freedom is. On this Memorial Day weekend, let us take a moment to remember those brave servicemen and women who gave of their lives so that we could live ours. And as we honor them, I ask you, how can you truly take ownership of your liberty, to seize it and value it, not just as a basic right, but as a responsibility? I know that you all possess the spirit and determination to do incredible things, to make a difference in the lives of others, to change this world, to make it better. This is your world to shape. The torch is being passed to your generation. But another generation will soon follow, so use this time wisely. Make your mark in big ways and in small. Be a good person, be compassionate, be kind. And as my North Korean guard once encouraged me, always have hope. It will lead you through to brighter days. Thank you, good luck, and congratulations.
Each year, Carthage presents the Distinguished Senior Award to a member of the graduating class. The winner combines the qualities and achievements previously recognized in two separate awards, the College Leadership Award and the College Scholarship Award. The Distinguished Senior has performed at an exceptional level in academics and has demonstrated exemplary leadership in the Carthage community and beyond. Faculty and seniors were asked to nominate graduating seniors for this award, and nominees were then required to submit a resume and a personal statement. A group of faculty and staff from the Office of Student Life reviewed the submissions, deliberated, and chose a winner. I'm honored to introduce this year's Distinguished Senior Award recipient, Benjamin Symington. So that was the part I was supposed to read, and now I get to make my own remarks, which will come really along three major themes, all of which I think are important for everyone. Ben's resume is in the program book. You can look over that. But the first thing I'd like to mention is his work ethic and his discipline. So he studied independent language in Hindi with me for a year, 2 different semesters. He was the only person, and if you're the only person and you haven't done your work, there's nowhere to hide. And that never, ever happened. And it may be that he just was more interested in this than his other classes, but when I had him in a regular class, at a certain point in the semester, I just stopped calling on him because I wanted to let everybody else have their turn. But what I found out last year sometime is that when he first went to Madison for summer language study after his sophomore year, where you do a year of language study in 10 weeks, which is insane, he thought at one point that he might just lose it and fail. And what he did was to double down on the effort. He made a lot more charts, and he went for a lot of extra help, and he came out just fine. So, hard work and discipline, those will take you a long way. The second is what one of my mentors called the sandbox skills. And if you watch any 5-year-olds playing in the sandbox, you know who has these skills and who doesn't. Do they hit each other? Do they play nicely? For as smart as he is, Ben he is the least impressed with himself that as anyone I have ever seen. He's humble, he's easygoing, he's really sweet in disposition, he's kind, and he laughs a lot, especially at himself. And so we had a moment last week. We were reading Hindi stuff from Facebook on the internet, and this was about the benefits of cucumbers, the health benefits of cucumbers. But he couldn't remember, so the word was kakari. And he's going, what is that? What is that? And I go, well, it's green on the outside, and it's white, and we were talking in Hindi. It's white on the inside, and it has seeds, and he couldn't get it. And finally, it's like, then I made some comparisons about the shape. He goes, oh! And that, it's like, oh, how could I have not thought? And this is like, so, those personal qualities have been really wonderful to live with. And the third is this genuine passion for learning that you can marvel at, but you can't really teach. Because to be interested in all kinds of things, you just are. And so the day we left India in 2013, it was a free day, and I said, who wants to come with me to the Dargah of Nizamuddin Aulia, Delhi's patron saint? And even though we had one religion major in the group, Bri, Ben was the only person who came, and it was, we rode in the car, we came back, it was a 2-hour thing, and then he went and did his other things. And a week ago Friday, the last day of classes in his college career, when anyone with any sense would have said, look, we're done. Let's just call it a day and wave goodbye. We not only shifted to a different time than we'd normally been meeting, but we ran 30 minutes long, because we just kept moving from one thing to another. And I realized at the time, I looked at the time, it's like, oh, I got to go teach class now, and I was pulling my stuff to get it ready, and then he was standing behind me, and I heard him say, it's been really great. And as so often happens with these really simple sentences, they carried so much meaning with it. For many students, commencement is a bittersweet moment. You're celebrating, and rightly so, the accomplishments of these past 4 years, but you're also commencing your life after Carthage. It's not so different for the faculty as we cheer you on and watch you go. So yes, it's been really great. We are proud of you, and we will miss you. Shabash, Badaya, Shubhkamnaye.
बहुत शुक्रिया आपको, बहुत शुक्रिया आपको. I was just cutting onions. That's why my eyes were red, guys. So, I would first of all like to give thanks to the Almighty, from whom all good things flow. I would also like to thank my parents, brother, grandparents, and all my family and friends for their unconditional love, support, and guidance. I would also like to thank the Carthage community, President Woodward, along with others in administration, and all the fantastic Carthage faculty and professors. I would also like to thank the community of scholars, namely my fellow Carthage students of the class of 2015, whom serve as an inspiration to myself and one another. Finally, I would also like to thank Ms. Laura Ling for the wisdom she shared with us today. I am so happy and honored to be addressing you all today. I've been privileged to be both a student here for the past 4 years and to be part of such an intelligent and passionate group of scholars. I could spend several hours discussing the strengths, merits, and profundity present in the members of Carthage's class of 2015. But we do have to get our degrees at some point. Through a variety of interactions, ranging from classroom discussions to impassioned debates in local watering holes, I've been able to glean wisdom from students from every discipline and background imaginable. As we are preparing to go out into the world in search of jobs and preparing to build home and hearth, it's important that we be confident in our external skills, that we continue to sharpen our skills in analysis, writing, mathematics, and other essential areas. These external skills are important. They are necessary for the external life, which is a life of material comfort. However, I want to stress something more important today, namely the internal life. While we have been encouraged to think about our internal lives at Carthage, the question of internal lives still merits discussion. All too often in the commotion of our daily lives, combined with the tendency to focus on the next thing, leaves us lacking regarding our interior lives. When I say interior lives, I simply mean constantly thinking about who we are and what matters to us. It involves asking the big questions of meaning and longing. It involves questions of love and pain, faith and doubt, violence and peace. One of the most important things about the internal life is it's not simply internal, but it affects our external lives, namely what we do and how we interact with others. If we work on our internal lives, looking inward, we may begin to cultivate values that will inform our lives in profound ways. By looking inward, we may begin to realize the idea of what Zen monk and peace activist Thich Nhat Hanh describes as interbeing. Interbeing involves recognizing that we are all connected, that not only our society, but our lives would not function without others. In recognizing this fundamental interconnectedness, the hope is that our social interactions are marked by greater feelings of love and understanding. When you brutalize someone, in many ways you brutalize yourself, because I am, because we are. I referenced a monk earlier, but I am by no means implying that we have to renounce the world and our jobs and our degrees in order to do these things, which may sound lofty. All I'm charging us with is to be forces of love wherever we are. Being a force of love simply means attempting to spread love, whether it's allying and working with broad-based movements for social justice or simply being a caring member of your community. Every single action matters. In being forces of love in our jobs, in our towns, our families, and wherever else we are, we set an important example. In being forces of love, we are not passive, but active. We do not divert our gaze from oppression and suffering. We confront it in word and deed. Love is present all the more then. In our present era, filled with intractable conflicts and systems of oppression, it is easy to be marred with cynicism. However, in acting as forces of love individually, it is my hope that we can be reminders of the transformative power of love for relationships, professions, communities, and ultimately the world. I want to close with a quote from the Iliad of Homer that is fitting for this occasion. Carthage is an institution that puts great emphasis on the tradition of great books. As are the generations of leaves, so are the generations of men. Some leaves the wind blows to the ground, but the forest burgeons and puts forth new leaves when the season of spring comes. So it is with the generations of men. One grows while the other withers away. Dear friends, it is important that we remember that we are the new leaves. It is our season to grow and to flourish. We must enjoy our season and our time. However, we must keep in mind that our season too shall end, that just as the leaves, we too will wither and fade away. We should use this reminder of the briefness of our lives and our mortality to make the most of our time, to be forces of love, exhibiting compassion towards one another, to excel in all that we do, and finally, to be good stewards of the forest for the next generation of leaves. For one day, it too shall be their season. Thank you. Shout out to the class of 2015.
Good night and joy be with you all. And if I had money enough to spare, and leisure time to sit, there is a girl in this fair land who surely has my heart beguiled. With her long dark hair and ruby lips, she surely has my heart enthralled. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. And to all the comrades that e'er I had, who might be sorry for my going away, and to all the sweethearts that e'er I loved, who would bid me one more day to stay. And as it falls upon my lot that I should rise and you should not, so raise to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all.
So it's a little hard to follow that. So can we get one more hand of applause for the Crimson Quartet? Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin conferring the degrees, we want to briefly remind you that we do have a professional photographer here to capture images of your student as they cross the stage and receive their degree. They will be in contact with you very soon regarding acquiring those photographs. There is an area beside the ramp where you can take photos of your student, but there is limited space. So we ask that you please don't come up until your student is ready to cross the stage. President Woodward, it is my pleasure and honor on behalf of the faculty of Carthage College to present to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Education. Will the candidates please stand?
I love this moment. Through the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Carthage College, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Education, allowing you all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, and present you with the diplomas as permanent recognition of your attainment.
Okay. Will the candidates please approach the stage?
Ule Ba. Sadie Marie Buboltz. Luis Alberto Diaz Perez. Danny Leander Dierka. Catherine Louise Flanagan. Lauren Leith Hansen. Asako Izumi. Beth Ann Caprillion. Eva Maria Ludwig. Tyler Mark Prochnow. Shannon Marie Raymond. Rebecca Jean Sly. Lee Ann Tabor.
So, Masters, you are joining a very small percentage of the world's population holding an advanced degree, low in the single digits, I think around 5 or so. So congratulations truly on this marvelous achievement. Great job.
During commencement, certain items worn with the traditional cap and gown signify academic excellence. Only the highest level cords are worn with the academic attire. Graduates who have studied abroad for a semester or longer and meet specific academic criteria are wearing stoles that represent the country or countries in which they studied. Members of college-wide academic and service organizations and discipline-specific honoraries may wear honor cords during the ceremony. Students graduating with all college honors are identified with red satin stoles. These ambitious students committed themselves to rigorous, in-depth study and demonstrated intellectual balance and flexibility across disciplines. Students graduating with departmental honors met certain requirements established by a department and demonstrated excellence within a particular discipline. Students graduating with a GPA of at least 3.5 are identified with black and gold cords and receive diplomas inscribed cum laude. Will those students receiving cum laude honors please stand? Students graduating with a GPA of at least 3.7 are identified with red and gold cords and receive diplomas inscribed magna cum laude. Will those students receiving magna cum laude honors please stand? Students graduating with a GPA of at least 3.9 are identified with white and gold cords and receive diplomas inscribed summa cum laude. Will those students receiving summa cum laude honors please stand? President Woodward, it is my pleasure and honor on behalf of the faculty of Carthage College to present to you the members of the graduating class of 2015, candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Please stand.
Members of the class of 2015, through the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Carthage College, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts, allowing you all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, and present you with the diploma as permanent recognition of your achievement. Graduates, please join me now in moving your tassel from the right side to the left to signify the wonderful attainment of your bachelor's degree.
Will the candidates please be seated? Marshals, please guide the candidates to the stage.
Matthew Thomas Abler. Darnell Abston. Bridget Adams. Michael D. Anderley. Lisa Ann Anderson. Robert Anderson. Stephanie N. Anderson. Matthew Edward Andraco. Nina Teresa Ansak. Kristen Nicole Arnold. Courtney Joe Atkinson. Jonathan Richard Augustine. Raymond Michael Azelin. Drew William Bailey. Courtney Ann Baker. Caitlin Patricia Balletto. Kayla Marie Benazak. Ronald Linnell Banks. Caitlin Nicole Barkley. Emma Range Barkley. Carly Elizabeth Barker. Nicholas Ryan Bart. Kelly Lynn Baumgartner. Gary A. Biebler. Emily Danielle Bednar. Hannah Genevieve Bellenbaum. Joshua James Bergman. Kirsten Ann Bergstrom. Taylor R. Bingaman. Rick Scott Bingen.
We're all watching.
Alexander Edward Blessing. Rebecca Jean Bloom. Abby Caitlin Bobson. John Michael Betcher.
Congratulations, sir. Good job.
Christopher Matthew Bogish. Gianni Dion Borges. Andrea Erin Bowlesby. Jonathan Latimer Brewster. Amy E. Brown. Emmy Jane Brown. Michael J. Brown. Emily Grace Brownell. Sarah Ann Brozek. Amy Elizabeth Bruckbauer. Michael John Bruzich. Nicholas E. Brusky. Lisa Helena Brzozowski. Erhan Kaglan. Hannah Marie Cahoon. Calvin Scott Callahan. Elizabeth Frances Columbaris. Autumn Marie Campbell. Jennifer Jane Campbell. Olivia Starr Campbell. Margot Lauren Canup. Alexandria Caputo. Vincent Anthony Cardamone. Samuel Edward Cardinal. Zachary A. Carlson. Sarah Elizabeth Carnegie. Joshua Lee Carpentier. Sean Francis Carroll. Joseph James Carruthers. Trishelle Ivory Castro. Donna Deanne Chamberlain. Brandon Charles Cheney. Diallo Amici Charles. Madison Suzanne Chestnut. Trisha Brianne Chinsky. Samantha Johanna Christofalis. Mary Susanna Christofferson. Matthew Anthony Sieglia. Sharon N. Siskowski. Amanda Catherine Clark. Hannah Marie Clark. Ross A. Clark. Sean Ryan Conley. Stephanie Alexandra Constantine. Erica Lynn Conway. Elizabeth Morgan Cook. Jonathan Richard Covington. Samantha Lee Craig. Kaylee Nicole Crego. Anthony Peter Craven. Mary Margaret Velta Crawford. Wesley Keith Chrisman. Jordan E. Crocker. Rebecca Lynn Cronk. Tia Megan Cross. Joshua J. Crutcher. Joshua Gregory Cusack. Megan Elizabeth Cusack. Jenna K. Dalkey. Michael Douglas Dalkey. Felicia A. Dalton. Bridget Hannah Damish. Joshua David Daniels. Alyssa Marie Danzer. Andrew J. Davis. Jessica Nicole Davison. William Patrick DeCrane. Renee L. Daney. Carrie Nicole Dennison. Mary L. Devereaux. Mark Collier Dixon. Hannah Louise Diedrich. Maxwell Earl Dinan. Joseph P. DeVizio. Caitlin Dorothy Dolata. Sophia Jolie Dollinger. Michael Todd Dombrowski. Jennifer Sue Dorman. Mary Agatha Dupas. Mitchell James Doucette. Catherine Rose Dumais. Joshua Aaron Duncan. Ryan Anthony Duranzo. Jillian Dolores Durham. Morgan Cara Dvorak. Kylie Michelle Dykus. Leah Catherine Ebener. Ashley Victoria Eccles. Jeffrey Allen Eder Jr. Dana Ehrman. Otley Jakob Einarsson. Christy Ray Ellis. Mary Elizabeth England. Taylor Ray Engel. Amber Lynn Eriksmoen. Benjamin Theodore Erdl. Anthony Peter Esposito. Rosalie Andrea Escovel. Jill Marie Evans. Michael Jacob Farias. Kevin E. Farrell. Zachary Paul Feldker. Amanda Grace Felt-Smith. William Casimir Ferreri. Kelly Marie Field. Rachel Lily Jane Fields. Catherine Caroline Figura. Brian Edward Finfrock. Ashley Marie Flood. Connor Edmund Flowers. Mackenzie Bradley Folkert. Samantha Nicole Fournier. Rain McHugh Fox. Timothy Josiah Francis. Alexandria Nicole Frank. Brianna Lee Fugino. Stephanie Jean Funk. Nicole Marie Ga. David John Goggin. Amanda Ann Garrigan. Adam Taylor Gatza. Kristen Nora Gauger Kirley. Nicole Elizabeth Govin. Amelia Ann Gear. Amanda Lynn Genge. Alicia Lynn Gersh. Remy Vincent Giacoto. James Lee Gilbo. Natalie Marie Gillespie. Zachary Paul Gilligan. Megan Lee Gillis. Ashley Ann Gladys. Jacqueline Ann Glass. Tyler Harold Glass. Tiffany N. Golden. Claire Elizabeth Golson. Stephen E. Gao. Suresh Nicholas Graff. Marissa Kaylee Gray. Kylie Amber Green. Amanda Jo Grigsby. Elizabeth Rose Grizel. Tara Nicole Grundy. Jamie Lynn Guajardo. Gino D. Gumio. Kevin David Gussel. Hamilton Orrin Hale III. Anthony K. Hall. Desiree Alice Hollonen. Brian Christopher Hansen. Abigail Lee Hansen. Emily Ann Hardy. Marcus Anthony Harnett. Shelby Lynn Hawley. Timothy Henry Hayworth. Alexander Richmond Heddle. Julia Lee Henning. Janelle L. Henry. Emily Elizabeth Herber. Cecilia Hernandez Ruiz. Erica Michelle Herman. Julie K. Herman. Camille Laurice Hirth III. Ashley Mariah Hess. Samantha Jo Haney. Kyle Edward Hibben. Brianna Marie Hill. Michael Richard Hobbs. Stephen J. Hobie. Martin Hodges. Charlene Brandy Hoffman. Daniel John Hoffman. Megan Elizabeth Hoffman. Sam D. Hoffman. Carrie Ann Marie Hofstetter. Kelsey Jo Hogan. Taylor Marie Holliskow. Erin Ann Holst. Liam Joseph Hopkins. Sohaila Renee Horani. Luke Henry Hauberg. Cody John Hausengay. Abigail Joy Howell. Nicholas Robert Huff. Stacy Marie Hummel. Jordan D. Hunt. Taylor Ann Hutton. Malik Hassan Imoni. Eric Allen Ireland. Sebastian Jacinto Diaz. Evan Dwayne Jackson. Christian Avery Jacobson. Perla Hymas. Elena Miriam Jandrek. Adam Janik. Amy Elizabeth Janish. Tyler Nicole Jansma. Darian J. Jefferson. Victoria Noel Jensen. Jake T. Jewell. Megan Elizabeth Johns. Sean M. Jordan. Alyssa K. Joseph. Victoria Catherine Joseph. Madeline Helene Justice. Bethany Mae Cantor. Alexander Charles Karcher. Leah C. Cargie. Matthew J. Koth. Shannon Ellen Keating. Khadija Ayana Kellogg. Sarah Ann Kellogg. Catherine Rose Kennedy. Robert Kerr. Keith Allen Kiyoshi Kikuchi. Claire Kelly King. Joshua John King. Alexis Marie Kingery. Jonathan Robert Kirk. Catherine Johanna Kirk. Joseph Paul Kaiser. Casey Rochelle Kleiner. Scott Daniel Klimek. Victoria Ann Klingensmith. Connor Adrian Knudsen. Walter Ronald Koenig. Jennifer Caitlin Kowalski.
Christina Joe Kramer. Samuel John Crawl. John Francis Krill. Andy Rose Keebler. Joseph Patrick Comfer. Donald Clyde Kuntz. Emily Rose Coons. Jennifer Marguerite Kuss. Jack Hamlin Lambert. Jackie Marie Lambrecht. Michael Allen Landerholm. Jack William Landwehr. Joseph Allen Lang. Michael Lannon. Michelle Lee Larson. Ryan Michael Lauer. Tori Nicole Levy. Andrew Robert Lawrence. Stephen Frederick Legate. Donald P. Lehman. Megan Elizabeth Light. Kate Elizabeth Lilac. Matthew John Lenchek. Taylor Ariana Levin. Tanya Ray Leapins. Michelle Rose Litwin. Stephanie Ann Labasco. Dante D. Logan. Matthew G. Logue. Maxwell James Mashurik. Domenico Eduardo Madragrano. Connie Sue Manderfeld. Allison Renee Mann. Daniel Frank Marco. Stephanie Rose Marcotte. Christy Marie Marinick. Erica Akiye Marnell. Alexander Gabriel Marquise. Andrew Thomas Martini. Ashley Marie Mason. Molly Marie Mason. Lisa Marie Matzi. Jennifer Jo May. Teresa Marie McCarthy. Linda Rose McDermott. Ashley Nicole McGee. Rebecca McMullen. Haley McPeak. John Thomas Meacham. Brunilda Esther Medina. Haley Sue Mentz. Gina Lynn Gonzalez Mendillo. Thomas R. Merrill, Jr. Autumn Elizabeth Merriman. Taylor James Messberg. Samantha Deanne Mazzaros. Amanda Marie Mediard. Nicole Cohn Middleton. Chelsea Sarah Mikesell. Shawnette R. Miles. Andrew J. Miller. Brandon Christopher Miller. Rebecca Lauren Miller. Kristen Brianna Minerick. Sean D. Mobley. Taylor Marie Managato. Stacy L. Monson. Connor Dallas Moon. Craig James Morelli. Emily Suzanne Moritz. Tafali Mua. Catherine Ann Murphy. Mary Matua. Alyssa Danielle Nepper. Ryan James Neuenkirchen. Safariana Ungne. Ellen Isabel Nickel. Victoria Lynn Northrup. Isaac Dale Notham. Diana Jean O'Brien. Corey James Olson. Kaylee Marie Olszewski. Haley McLean Ongman. Kimberly M. Orton. Zachary John Palacera. Kayla Marie Palmer. Timothy Earl Paulo. Samantha Eileen Panozzo. Ray Elizabeth Perry. Brady Paul Paschke. Christina Marie Pasquesi. Miranda Ashley Patterson. Fletcher Keith Paulson. James Christian Paulson. Jacelyn Emily Peabody. Andrea Lynn Pierce. Cheryl Ann Pelka. Sarah Elizabeth Pilo. Lisa Perdue. Michaeline Elizabeth Perry. Gretchen Elizabeth Peter. Christine Margaret Elizabeth Peterson. Michael Andrew Peterson. Alicia Faith Petzold. Daniel Peter Peroni. Taylor Elliott James Pignataro. Joseph Carmelo Pelizzi. Michelle Pizawadsky. Margaret Plunkett. Aaron Julio Ponce de Leon Ritchie. Matthew John Pretorius. Anna Dolores Preston. Emily Lucille Primula. Mary Pecanis. Erin Margaret Quinn. Robert Edward Ramchek. Kelsey Mailing Ramelkamp. Valerie Marie Rapp. Joseph Homer Rashid. Victoria Ashley Ray. Randy Janelle Redderer. Heather Lee Reitz. Scott Allen Rare. Alexander Philip Reed. Derek Thomas Rendon. Ashlyn Rosanne Rickard. Taylor Dale Ritterbush. Allison Alexandra Riley. Kevin Andrew Ringier. Brittany Lynn Rizzo. Renee I. Roberts. Sean Patrick Rogers. Cara Christine Ronrud. Christy J. Rohde. Padraig Llewellyn Rooney. Allison Michelle Rose. Jamie Lee Rosinski. Stephanie Lynn Rotundo. Samantha Rook. Shane Aaron Rutherford. Rebecca Rose Seibel. Daniel Frank Salinas. Lauren J. Salisbury. Hunter S. Sandage. Amanda Marie Santos. Devin Joseph Sarno. Allison Elizabeth Sarwark. Joseph A. Sawyer. Ronald Edward Schaefer. Allison Keegan Schiffernak. Robert Thomas Schossler. Christopher Lawrence Shalareth. Catherine Margaret Schlinder. Nicholas Michael Schimmelkoffer. Michael Thomas Schneider. Corey Daniel Schrant. Amy Marie Schultz. April Nicole Schultz. Kaylee Sue Schumann. Maren Catherine Schutz. Andrew Michael Schwab. Katrine Frances Schwaber. Olivia Scott. Kristen Carol Sabetic. Logan Ellis Seedig. Samantha Marie Serdar. Zachary Ty Sheldon. Megan Elizabeth Shover. Sarah Lynn Shoemaker. Francis T. Siciliano. Benjamin Earl Symington. Jennifer Lynn Scarda. Abigail Margaret Smallwood. Christina Adele Smirko. Matthew Robert Smith. Jessica Ann Sosha. Taryn Nicholas Solon. Stephanie Lynn Spencer. Allison L. Springer. Alexandra Danielle Stangus. Ryan Lee Stair. Anne-Marie Stoudinger. Bronson John Stein. Kevin Tyler Stelzried. Karis Ruth Elizabeth Stevens. Alicia Marie Stidman. Nicholas Edward Stolfi. Jeremy Ralph Stork. Jonathan Michael Storm. Carolyn C. Strittmatter. Joseph Frank Suero III. Michael John Sullivan. Nicole Catherine Sirico. Colleen Michelle Taplin. Paul Anthony Tarsitano. Shireen Tales. Mark Anthony Tales. Sarah Dolores Tursich. Teresa Nicole Tileman. Caitlin Elizabeth Theobald. Eric Vern Thomas. Rosalind Hunter Thomas. Amanda Nicole Tiberio. Milan Tionic. Petar Tionic. Nicholas Gino Tanoki. Elizabeth Lauren Toppett. Pablo Enrique Torres. Caleb Allen Town. Cody Allen Tracy. Kimberly Lynn Tremblay. Taylor Elizabeth Troike. Jenna Frances Trousseau. Jackson Thomas Tubbs. Julia Stephanie Tucci. Sean Cameron Van Wyck. Matthew Stephen Van Soyek. Daniel R. Vara. Kendall Christine Vega. Denise Vega Ruvalcaba. Anthony Christopher Vixier. Raquel D. Villarreal. Miranda Jane Vicentainer. Allison M. Van Borstel. Andrea Marie Wagner. Tyler Lee Wagner. Brian Matthew Vida. Haley Renee Walbeck. Hannah Elizabeth Warren. Joshua John Webb. Kyle Andrew Weber. Matthew Thomas Waymeyer. Nicholas William Weir. Zoe Theus Welton. Zachary Joseph Wenta. William Bradley Werner. Jacob Hinton Wershey. Kelly Marie West. Lindsay Lorraine Westwood. Evan Daniel Wyrock. Kristen Ray Wheeler. Lauren Lorena Weimer. Andrew Jason Wilkerson. Megan Rose Wilson. Deanna Winterbottom. Hope Nan Whitmus. Megan Victoria Woodrow. Mitchell David Wright. Kelly Ann Woich. Dominic Allen Wysowski. Emily Ridgely Young. Megan Marie Yusk. Conrad Zare. Michael Peter Zanzola. Mitchum Kaiser Zimber.
Mr. President, the class of 2015.
So graduates, we've just spent an unbelievable amount of time being proud beyond belief about your accomplishments and achievements. I'm ecstatic at this day. I just love it. You can feel the energy in the room. It's just beautiful. I think maybe now it's time, however, for you to stand up and applaud the people that have brought you to this moment in time and through all their hard work and efforts. Thank you. So a couple more rounds of applause, if you don't mind. I cannot believe the number of people and the number of hours that goes into making this celebration so successful, mainly the staff of our Institutional Advancement Division. And so could we give those wonderful people our appreciation as well? In addition to the staff of Carthage, which is inspired every day by helping you reach your goals, there is one other special group, of course, of people here that really are Carthage. They're the ones who you work with every day, the ones you study with, the people who guide you, mentor you, help you through both good times and bad times, and have been with you for these 4 years. It is the absolute pride of our college. Let's thank our Carthage College faculty. Well deserved. Thank you so much. I probably, if I was smart, would just sit down and shut up and we'd all run away with this high feeling, but I am going to say a few things. And I will be very short, I promise, which is not easy for me. I am going to preface my very brief remarks by saying that I was impressed recently by a book I read by a woman named Susan Neiman. The name of the book is Why Grow Up? Subversive Thoughts for an Infantile Age. And I'm going to share a few of those ideas with you. So today, graduates, I will say with deep sincerity that my heart goes out to you on this special day. I wish you joy and good health and the perseverance to keep seeking happiness, wisdom, and a better world. So I have one bit of final unwanted advice, I suppose, today, and here it goes. We told you 4 years ago that these would be the best 4 years of your life. Well, we lied. I think we lied because we knew in reality how hard these 4 years were going to be. We bribed you with a promise to keep you motivated, keep you on our chosen path for you perhaps, and out of trouble. Who thought that letting all of you loose for 4 years with an admonition to have fun would keep you out of trouble is a tricky question, but you did pretty well. So here is the truth. The years between 18 and 26 or so are probably the hardest years of your lives. While it was fun, it turns out that in lots of polls, not many older people would choose to do it again. And maybe along the way we did you a little bit of a disservice. As you were faced perhaps with uncertainty, anxiety, possibly heartbreak, didn't you wonder why you weren't having all this alleged fun? Where is it? We actually placed a somewhat onerous burden on you. Work hard, grow up, take responsibility, go into debt, and for goodness sake, decide what you want to be for the rest of your life. And have fun, damn it. These are the best 4 years of your life. And by the way, we placed other burdens on you as well. Our planet is a mess. Religious, racial, and cultural divides are exploding. The job market is tough. You got to spend most of your time updating apps and passwords. Antibacterial soap is in fact dangerous. Guns can be printed, and politicians seem as a group to be a massive alien invasion come to Earth to screw things up. And guess what? We want you to fix it all. So on top of all this, for the last century or so, maybe a century and a half, our culture has been telling you that you are cool and I'm not. It's very depressing. Not only are you having more fun than us, supposedly, but you are going to save the human race. Adults are boring, confused, impotent, and where it depends. Well, guess what? In about 10 minutes, in my opinion, you are adults. So look, babies learn how to walk by falling down, bumping into things, getting some bruises. Very often we kind of infantilize them by preventing this dangerous activity. We have tried to give all of you opportunities to learn to stumble and fall. But let's be honest, we've been pretty protective of you. So here's a really fun thought. You are about to learn how to walk all over again. You are prepared with skills and padding and evasive tactics and bold strategies. Because of this preparation, I am sure you will succeed. Soon you'll be trotting, jogging, even sprinting. Now that is fun. So look, I could go on for a while. I promise to be short. In the interest of time, and for all of us adults, the restrooms, I am going to skip to the end of my message. And that is, here's what I want to tell you. I think that my years from 30 to 34 were actually the best 4 years of my life. But I thought about it, and I thought 41 to 45 were actually a pretty good 4 years. And then I thought, 53 to 57 were pretty good years. In fact, I think maybe last year was the best year of my life. So yes, I'm slower, more forgetful, less impulsive, but life keeps just getting better. I refuse to view life as a downhill process. I expect more out of it, demand more out of it, and so will you. In her book, Susan Neiman, who I mentioned, proposes a view of adulthood that represents it as the ideal it should be, the ability to see, confront, and navigate the gap between the way the world is and the way it should be, without ever giving up on either one. I had a lot of fun in my 30s, but then in my 50s, I realized that I had made some pretty odd choices. Heck, I think I made some pretty odd choices last week. So graduates, here it is. For the next 70 years, you are going to have the best 4 years of your life. It's true. And you ready for this? As the president of your alma mater, I order you to have fun. Folks, it's been a beautiful, beautiful day. We thank you all for being here and participating in our commencement. At this time, we're going to ask all the members of the audience to stay seated while the Carthage Choir performs a choral benediction, the blessing of Aaron. And then please remain seated for the recessional as well. The best of luck to all of you. My heart and thoughts go with you from this day forward. It has been a great 4 years, and it's going to get better. Thanks so much.
guys. This is always different as we move and make the transition. But really very fine work today. Thank you so much for sticking through everything. And it's always funny. It's almost like we are the first thing that happens during the school year. I know the sports teams come in early, but like the very first official thing that happens of the school year is like new student